Hi everyone, these are your February 2017 horoscopes, and that's a month of love and a month of eclipses as well. We'll go in depth about it, but because it's the month of love, I want to bring you a very cheap and affordable webinar just for $19, below $20, that I'll do on the 12th of February, right after the eclipse and before February the 14th, the celebration of love. And it's gonna be on compatibility and love according to ancient method, Vedic method. We're gonna look at the soulmate chart, the 9 divisional on the Vamsha chart, and compare it to the birth chart of one person and the other. This is a technique that is very rare. I haven't seen anyone else use it, but one particular astrologer, and it's ancient one. It's given to her in Tibet, so it's amazing, guys. I personally use it a lot, and it shows whether you're soulmates, basically, because you can have sexual attraction and physical attraction with many people. What are you meant to walk the path together in this lifetime? Is there this attraction? And sometimes people can feel the attraction towards someone else, but the other one might not feel. They might feel sexually attracted to you, but might not feel the pull to spend your life with you. And we're going to be able to see whether it's both ways or one ways. It's an amazing technique. Come and join me, just $20. And then towards the end of February, on the 20-something, I think it was the 26th. Yes, on Sunday again, I'm going to do a webinar all about Neptune. Those of you who took all about Uranus, my webinar, you'll get a discount for it. And so come and join me for this one. It's been success, 6-7 hours it carries on. Pisces February 2017, and guys, what a life-changing month this can be for some of you. And you can be Sun in Pisces, you can be Ascendant in Pisces or Moon in Pisces. This month has the potential to turn your life around, to transform it, and to have some fated events happening, because there is a big solar eclipse, very powerful solar eclipse in the sign of Pisces on the 26th of February, but an eclipse is felt up to a month and a half before that, and 6 months after the date of the eclipse, so almost till the end, till August basically 2017. So it's not necessarily that your life on the 26th will turn around, but it's kind of, the eclipse is kind of like a symbol or a sign that your life over the next 6 months or even 2 months before that is on a crossroad and is making a big change. And why are eclipses fated? Especially when they happen in your sign, because it's happening in Pisces, because eclipses are caused by the karmic nodes of the moon. We call them Rahu and Ketu. And those nodes are known to be connected to basically, like, when in life, when a soul incarnates, there are peak moments in life or deciding moments in life when the soul is being shown its plan before it incarnates. And there are peak events that are being shown in its life plan, like who it's going to marry, who is going to divorce, who is going to be his children or her children, what kind of life path and career they have to go. Those things are predetermined for us, and the rest 25% is free will that we can fill in the gaps. And eclipses basically are proven to indicate such moments of when fated events happen in our life, events that were predetermined for us before our soul was incarnated, contracts that we have with others, so with important events that have to happen, which we cannot escape away from, are caused by eclipses. And it's kind of a bit out of your control when an eclipse comes. You know, it can, if you're meant to end that marriage, or if you're meant to go to a different career, it might even shock you out of it, because it just takes you by surprise, like a storm spins your life around. But I want you to be prepared that eclipses are something that your soul bargained for, that your soul knows about, even if it takes your consciousness by surprise and it turns your life around. But I don't want to scare you too much. Let's see what this eclipse is going to be like. It's happening at 8 degrees in Pisces, so not every Pisces is going to have their life turned upside down, but Pisces mostly born around, you know, from around the 24th, 5th, 6th, 26th, 27th, 28th, you know. of February 29th possibly as well, because the sun, the eclipse is happening very close to their sun. Or if you happen to have your moon in Pisces or your ascendant in Pisces, from around, I would say, 5 degrees, even 4 degrees, within 4 degrees from the exact point of the eclipse, 4 or 5 degrees, to around 12 degrees in Pisces. So you can check out from the planetary detail table that I have. If you know your time of birth and everything, go to the planetary detail at my birth chart calculator and check, do you have anything in Pisces around the 8 degree, and give it 5 degrees or before 8 degrees and after. Or if you don't want to go so much in detail, are you born around February 26th, maybe 4 or 5 days before, 4 or 5 days after? Then but you might not be born then, but you might have moon at those degrees in Pisces, so you might have ascendant, you know. But if it happens to be so, this eclipse basically will impact you in a very tangible, real way. It will turn your life around. Or if you happen to have your birthday on the 26th when the eclipse is happening, on the 25th or 27th, those 3 days around the eclipse, it indicates for you a life of a year of total transformations, guys. A year of new beginnings, of letting go of the past and totally starting new beginnings from in your life. Because what is a solar eclipse? And now I'm talking generally about all Pisces, because the eclipse is happening in Pisces, so it can affect a broader range of Pisces, but I told you who specifically to watch out in particular, but I'm going to talk generally about this eclipse. So what is an eclipse, solar eclipse? This is when the sun and the moon are together and the moon passes in front of the sun and hides its light, but it's like copulation of the goddess and the god. The goddess of night, our mother the moon, and the god of the day, our father the sun. So new beginnings are created then in a powerful way. This is like the seed is being implanted that maybe 6-7 months after this eclipse will give birth to a new beginning in your life. Maybe it's a conception, maybe it's not going to be visible immediately. Now give it 6 months while the eclipse is active for you to start seeing the results and those changes. But this eclipse in particular will require you first to release something, to let go of something, because it's caused by Ketu, the south node of the moon, which is about releasing, which is about letting go, which is about something from the past first having to go away. And not only that, but it's happening in your sign. Pisces is about letting go and letting God and going with the flow. It's happening with Neptune, the planet that rules Pisces. It's very Piscean, very Neptunian, very release. Neptune is a planet of releasing and again letting go, has the same vibration as Pisces. And Ketu has the same very similar vibration to Pisces and to Neptune. So very kind of let go, release, something is going away from your life. Go with the flow, don't go against the current, because Neptune rules the seas basically, and the sea of life. And if you're put there with a small little boat, don't row against the current, just allow yourself to be taken by the currents wherever they're taking you. Don't put resistance, because this is what can create a lot of mental stress and pain and suffering around eclipses, the months around eclipses in a person, especially if they're affected strongly by the eclipses, this resistance to the changes. And this eclipse is about release something, because something new is brewing and something new is being born into your life that will take root over the next 5-6 months. And it happens that if it's your sun that the eclipse is falling on in Pisces, basically if you're born in February or part of March, you know, your sun is in Pisces, it can indicate, but particularly around those days that I said, it might be that you're leaving some old lifestyle behind, the old career or old path and direction in life. Someone important, a male figure, father, husband, might have to release them, or some big changes happening in their life. But the sun is also our own career, our own health. Always around solar eclipses, watch out your health when they happen on your sun sign, especially if you're born close to the 26th of February. Watch out the health, because it directly eclipses your health. Or if it happens to be on your moon, the moon is also responsible to your health. Take care, maybe already feeling it in January, maybe already feeling it in February and a few months after that, that some health problems can come, but they can be released at the same time, which is good, because this is like eclipses always can affect the health when they happen on the sun, moon, or the ascendant. Watch out. But because of this releasing energy of Pisces, of Neptune, maybe the condition might be a little bit elusive, unclear. The doctors might not be able to put their finger on it because it's Neptunian in nature, but you just surround to the process, because these conditions might be, you might be able to heal them through releasing of psychological and emotional burdens from the past. They might be very emotionally connected because the sign is Pisces, and they might be very much connected to the astral body, of the psychic body, something psychosomatic on an emotional nature. And when you're able to release attachment to some pain or something that's holding you to the past, this health condition can also improve. But generally watch out your health during the solar eclipse. But on a positive level, what it can do is saying goodbyes and releasing things from the past, which magically unblock the path for us, for new beginnings. And for some of you might be the beginning of new spiritual path, because Neptune is part of this new moon, new moon solar eclipse. For some of you might be the beginning of a more spiritual or more career that's more artistic or spiritual of some sort. But whatever it is, guys, whether it's your moon that's being eclipsed in Pisces, whether it's your ascendant, whether it's your sun, this definitely indicates the need it definitely indicates that your life is changing, that if it's your moon, might be a big shift in the place where you live, a big shift in your family circumstances, a big shift in the emotional relationships and connections that you have, fated relationships. Actually, Vedic astrology says when the nodes of the moon, Rahu and Ketu, basically when the eclipses are happening in the sign of your moon or the sign of your ascendant, so if you have Pisces ascendant or moon in Pisces, this is when we can meet fated partners. This is when we can meet fated relationships, that we have a contract before our birth, someone that can, for example, be in our life for many years ahead, at least 9 or 18 years, which the cycles of the moon, of the solar eclipses are there, 9 and 18 year cycles. So for example, sometimes it might be the birth of a child, 18 years someone will be in your life. It might be the coming of a marriage partner, 18 years, but you first might have to release something there. It might be the ending of a contractual karmic relationship as well, or contractual or karmic situation in your life. But just remember, there's something has to be let go, and something that will grow in a powerful new way for you, and which can really liberate your soul, because both Ketu and Neptune and Pisces, they're considered moksha influences. Moksha means liberation. And very spiritual in nature, that can make you feel connected to a higher spiritual path, to be more in tune with your soul in some way. Okay, so that's a big one. The previous eclipse, the lunar eclipse in Leo, it does not directly affect you, to be honest. It's happening in your 6th house, and there might be 6th house. It can indicate illumination and resolution of some health problems, of something coming to light in regards to some health problems, or something to do with a job, because 6th house ruling work, and if you're employed, especially for someone, or if you're working on some project, even if you're not employed, 6th house is the service, the duties we have, the work we have to do. And the full moon in Leo, which is also solar eclipse, can give, for example, a fruition of some work project, can give and this is one that gives you, because it's with Rahu. The full moon in Leo is with Rahu. It's happening on the 10th of February. You might feel it in January, February, March, into April as well. Lunar eclipse is a bit shorter in influence than the solar eclipses, like a coming of some career opportunity, work opportunity, or seeing the results of some work project, or seeing the results of something clicking in place. Because look how beautiful the lunar eclipse is. It's just perfectly aligned with positive aspects with other planets. It makes a perfect star pentagram almost, you know. It does make a pentagram basically, and it allows something to fruition, to give results over the next few months in regards to your work, in regards to employment, in regards to your health and daily routines, in regards to some debts you can sort out, for example, and that you can work on. So the next important thing is that Mars is moving and Venus will be in your second house of finances, Pisces. And wherever Mars goes, it energizes that area of one's life and makes us put more efforts and strive for it and put personal initiative there, become more assertive, more pushy almost. So that for you it will be in regards to procuring financial stability, in regards to matters of security, of assets and possessions of some sort. It can make you more kind of entrepreneurial in regards to securing more finances, but also can make you spend more as well. But I think that if you're spending more in February, it will be also for pleasures, because Venus, the planet of pleasures and beauty and luxuries, is also in your second house. So it's kind of, money can come to you because Venus is the small benefic, so it can bring some beautiful possessions and assets that you want, and money can go quickly out of you because Mars also spends more rashly, you know. And wherever Mars and Venus are, we become very passionate about that area of our life. So you can be passionately pursuing sensual pleasures of the five senses, good food, good clothes, good music, you know, all those kind of things that nurture our senses. Yeah, so it's kind of, money comes in, money goes out. Money definitely with Venus in the second house, even though it's once every year that it goes there, it can increase. And our self-worth as well, it can increase. But it can also make us Mars more impetuous in spending. And then the last thing that's happening is that Jupiter, which rules you, this is the other planet that rules you guys, as Pisces, is turning retrograde, and it will be retrograde for the next 5 months. What does it mean? Oh, it's turning retrograde, first of all, in your 8th house. And it's gonna maybe bring back for you over the next 5 months till June some financial opportunities that maybe slipped out of your fingers, maybe some resources that are owned to you from a bank, from the tax return, from another person, from your partner, from a divorce, from an alimony. It can bring it back to you because Jupiter is going retrograde over the next 5-6 months. If you've been expecting some payment to come, maybe now it can come back to you. You know, that's one material way it can manifest. And I can give you an example. When I had Jupiter retrograde in my 8th house, and actually it was a whole year, and for you Pisces, Jupiter will be in your 8th house for a whole year, and I knew that there would be considerable financial increase in my life, but it didn't manifest until the end, when Jupiter started moving direct, almost 8-9 months into Jupiter being in my 8th house. And especially while it was moving retrograde, I was like, where is this money that's supposed to come to me through others, through business partnerships, through clients, through investments, you know, through the resources and moral support and financial support that would come from others? Where is it? Where is those benefits? Because when Jupiter starts moving retrograde, it can slow them down or make you work harder for them, edit, improve on something. And then when it starts moving direct from June till October, you should have seen the positive results of that. So it came to me towards the end of Jupiter transit in the 8th house that my income, thanks to working with others and cooperating, which is 8th house is other people's resources, talents, that my income increased 3 to 4-fold times, you know. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there will be considerable financial increase for many Pisces happening over till the end of 2017. But while Jupiter is retrograde, you might be asked to work a bit harder on that, like preparing the soil, preparing absorbing the vibrations of affluence and prosperity which Jupiter brings, making them your own before you start seeing the results. Like while Jupiter is retrograde in my 8th house, I was developing lots of projects, working 3 times harder, and I didn't know if they were gonna pay off. But when Jupiter started moving direct, you start again from the summer for you Pisces, from June, July, you start seeing the results of that, and you can benefit through others in a powerful way based on how you integrated that energy, how you worked on that opportunity and improved it, which came. And Jupiter retrograde can make you go, reevaluating your sexual and emotional relationship, because 8th house is intimacy in astrology. In Western astrology, it rules intimate connections and sexual connection with another. So you can start over the next 5-6 months, reevaluate them and deepen such connections, or see which are the ones that what is blocking you in intimacy there, and get high understanding and knowledge and unsolve that. And when Jupiter starts moving direct, it can unblock certain sexual problems or certain intimacy problems that have been around in your life. But kind of the preparatory ground for it is the retrograde period, where this is really starting to this knot that was blocking you in either receiving from others support, because 8th house is also not only how we give and receive sex and intimacy, but how open we are to receive gifts from the universe, to receive gifts from others, to receive, if there was something that was blocking you from receiving more money from others, from receiving more support from others, Jupiter retrograde will make it clear for you what it is psychologically. And even if you don't become fully conscious of it, something will be worked through in your subconscious, in your soul, that will allow you to untangle this Gordian knot, as we call it. And when Jupiter starts moving direct, and then for many years ahead after that, once a knot is untangled, it can just allow you much more abundance that comes to you through other sources. Because many people actually, they wonder why they're blocked financially or to receive. They wonder why does this friend of mine receive so much and I don't receive it? Because there was some blockage in them, and Jupiter solves psychological blockages, heals them, especially while it's getting retrograde, because the energy gets introverted and worked on from the within. Sometimes some outer experience can happen, but it allows us to release this resistance to help and support coming to us from others, from the universe, from partners, So anyway, thank you so much, Pisces. These are the issues you'll be working on for 5 months with Jupiter retrograde, and this is also what we're seeing here with the powerful eclipse that's happening in your sign. I hope you enjoyed that horoscope, and let us know what's happening in your life. Thank you.